Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, my unapologetic squad. We are back for another weekly review of Insecure, season 4, episode 8. For those who don't know, this episode is all about Issa and Lawrence. We knew that last episode we saw Lawrence in the airport when he ran into Molly and Andrew, and he turned around and he used the phone, and we all knew who was on the other line. We knew it had to be Issa. So yes, guys, in this episode, it is all about Lawrence and Issa. So let's get into it. I love how they started off this episode with some comedy, right? We all know that Lawrence had invited Issa out to meet him at a little spot where they can have a little drinky drink and they can talk. And I found this so funny. He smells his breath, guys. Like, how many people actually does that? Like, they smell their breath because they're so nervous. They want to make sure that everything is perfect. He pops the Tic Tac in his mouth and actually chokes on it. I just thought that that was so funny, so hilarious, but it was comical because I could definitely see myself doing that. So then Issa walks in, he sees her, and bam! This girl falls on the floor. I mean, they're just giving us comedy after comedy after comedy in this very short moment. She falls flat on her face, and everyone is standing around like, oh. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've actually had this happen to me. I've fallen in the midst of a full crowd, and it's like you're so embarrassed that you just want to lay there. And that's what she did. She just laid there. She didn't want any help from anybody, not Lawrence, not no one. She just wanted to get up and walk her walk of shame by herself. And it was just comical. Instantly, Issa and Lawrence have this connection between each other that's just magical. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to grab the audience. They're gazing in each other's eyes, they're flirting, they're reminiscing, they're talking about the past. Everything is just wonderful. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about how each other has changed, and everything just seems so great. They share drinks and everything is wonderful, but Issa is feeling a little tensed inside because she's just like, hey, you invited me here because you have something to tell me. What is it? And Lawrence is apprehensive. He is stalling and he's wasting time, and it is driving her crazy. She wants to know so bad what's going on, and he is having her wait. I can only imagine the intensity in that moment. But then they kind of share a heart to heart. And during that heart to heart, they agree that they're not going to walk on eggshells, that they're going to be 100% honest and open and transparent with each other. And they're not going to walk on eggshells because they're better than that. They've had more history together than that. So it begins to get juicy right here in this moment. So they finished up their dinner and they're outside talking. They're waiting for their Uber, and Lawrence is doing everything he can to impress Issa, and it's working. She realizes that standing right in front of her, right before her eyes, is not the old Lawrence, but in fact, a brand new Lawrence, and she is loving it. She is liking what she's seeing, and yeah, everything is just great at this moment. Issa whips out her phone, and Lawrence sees an old picture of him, and he's just like, wow, like, you still have that old photo? And she kind of laughs and giggles and says, oh, it was transferred from my old phone. But I'm really loving the dynamic between the two. I just love that they could be like their old selves. You know what I'm saying? They could still laugh and still enjoy each other, still crack jokes, and you know what I'm saying? They just have this organic connection between each other, and I just love it. So they're sitting in the Uber together, and of course, like most episodes, they always got to have that other person, that third wheel that's involved, making jokes about them, making jokes about them being in a relationship. And, you guys are so cute and so new and so brand new. And of course, Issa's playing it off and Lawrence is playing it off. But you can see it in their body language that they both think it's so cute. And it's kind of like the perfect thing that anybody wishes could happen in that situation, because it kind of like breaks the ice a little bit from feeling so uncomfortable. But these guys do a great job at doing that, and we all get to see it unfold right in front of our eyes. So they decide to go to this cute little restaurant called City Market South, and they're sitting at the table. And the funny thing about it is the waiter, right? Did you guys find the waiter so quirky and cute? She was so hilarious. But these guys were sitting there, and Issa again asked Lawrence, like, hey, what's up? Like, you have something to talk to me? Let's talk. Let's get it out. Let's do this. Let's talk about it. So Lawrence finally opens up, guys. He finally opens up to her, and he's just like really in his thoughts about her. He's been thinking about her. He's been in his feelings. They've been running into each other because they run in the same circles. And I don't know if you guys remember in the last episode when him and Condola were in the kitchen, she asked him, what if she would not have cheated? Would you guys still be together? And I think that that truly screwed him up. I think that that truly has him in his thoughts about her, and has been wondering this whole time, like, what would life have been with her in his life this whole time had that situation not happened. And he asked Issa, one question, because most men can cheat, but when they're being cheated on, they cannot take that. They cannot take the fact that their woman cheated on them, and it's always about matching themselves up with the other person. I think we all have that. We all do that. And he wanted to know why. Why did she pick Daniel? Why did she cheat with Daniel? Of course, he's comparing himself to Daniel. And she had to let him know, like, no, it had nothing to do with him. It had nothing to do with Daniel. It had everything to do with us. And I love how transparent she was concerning her feelings about the whole situation. She let him know that she was devastated with the breakup. Even though she cheated, she was devastated, and she opens up to let him know how she felt. She felt lonely. She felt like he wasn't attracted to her, that he didn't want her. He wasn't having sex with her anymore. She felt neglected. And because of all those reasons, it kind of pushed her into Daniel's arms, because he was saying all the right things at all the right times when she was in these feelings and in these emotions. And she fell for it. She fell into temptation. And that's a horrible place to be in, but it happens. And that was the result of their breakup. So as they're wrapping things up, Issa walks away, and Lawrence, of course, gets the ultimate blast, right? It's always something to fuck it up, right? He gets a text message from Condola. I knew somehow, some way, this shit was gonna be too good to be true. Too damn good to be true, because there's always somebody in the mix to fuck up a good feeling and a good emotion. And everything in me wanted to be so mad at Lawrence. I just wanted to be mad at him, because I was like, you better not be playing with her heart. You better not be playing with her feelings and over here fucking around with two different females so that you can get back at her. This better not be the get back moment where you're fucking with Condola and you're fucking with Issa. So here we go, seeing them text each other, and of course she reaches out to him because she wants to talk to him, and she says, I know we said Tuesday, but how about tonight? And Lawrence lets her know that he's out right now, but when he's done, he'll hit her back, right? He'll let her know if he's available. And my heart just sunk into my stomach. I was getting ready to be very pissed at him, and I had to just let myself sit back and let this all play out. But I was low key fucking pissed. So then, as they're leaving the restaurant, they run into the airport security guy. This guy is so proud to be an airport security. He just act like he's top flight security of the world, right? Top flight security of the world, Craig. And Lawrence thinks this is hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious because obviously airport security made it very known that him and Issa used to fuck around. They used to fuck around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And Lawrence just thought it was comical. I loved his funny humor when it came to that and his little underlying jokes when it came to this guy. And it was just funny. So they decide they do not want to end the night. And Issa kind of low key invites him, like, let's go watch, the art show and blah, blah, blah. Because the airport security guy, he's rubbing it in their face like, yeah, I'm going to go see the art show and blah, blah, blah. And so Issa's like, yeah, let's go watch the art show. And Lawrence plays a joke on her and is like, no, but let me know how it is. And he kisses her on the cheek and walks away. She's standing there like, okay, what the fuck? And he turns around and just starts laughing. He's like, just kidding. He's laughing about the airport dude, cracking jokes about him and stuff like that. So anyways, they head over to the art museum and they're walking around, they're meshing, they're bonding, they're laughing and joking, doing the same things that they always have done. And they're really just enjoying each other's time and company and everything. And Lawrence gets a text message and it's from Condola, or I should say a call from Condola. And Issa actually sees it. And it's in that moment you see this sigh come over her face where she's just like, she knew it was too good to be true, right? She knew that it was too good to be true that Condola would actually be out of the picture, 100% out of the picture, that this would be just too good to be true to actually have Lawrence here with her and they're sharing this great moment with each other without any distractions. And of course, there's always a fucking monkey wrench thrown in the program and it's Condola. But he consoles her and lets her know that, yeah, they kind of keep in contact with each other. They're just trying to see where things are at. Nothing major, nothing special. They're just in contact with each other. So they're leaving the art festival, the art gallery, and they're in the car. They're talking. And Issa kind of invites herself into Lawrence's house by joking about what his house would look like. I thought that was pretty clever. So he invites her over and they're in the house and she's just like, wow. She notices by his apartment that he really has changed. He really has grown up and matured, and he is really just like this awesome man standing in front of her. She likes what she sees. She's super impressed by Lawrence and his apartment and how far he's came. And I think she starts to realize in her mind through the conversations that they had at the restaurants that they were at. And she's just in her mind like, this is everything that I wanted. This is everything that I wanted right here in front of her. So she asked to be excused so she can go to the restroom because I feel that she was getting emotional and she didn't want Lawrence to see her getting emotional. And while she was in the restroom, Lawrence goes outside and, why do you men do this? Why do you guys do this? It's like you guys do shit in the wrong timing. Like you just couldn't wait till she left before you made the phone call to Condola. So he makes a phone call to Condola and of course Issa hears the whole conversation. She confronts Lawrence and she's like, "So you're gonna meet up with her tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, she wants to talk." And Issa wasn't going for that. I have to give the girl props. If I could have gave her a fucking high five, I would have gave her a high five because she was not going out like that. She was not about to give up that easily, and she fought for what she wanted and she got the prize. As she was leaving, she turns around and she tells him like, "Hey, how about I stay?" She knows if she stay, fucking Condola cannot get shit from Lawrence. In that moment, I was like, "Bitch, play your cards, girl. Play your card, girl." And she did too. She was like, "What if I stay the night?" Boom. She hit him with the fucking "what if I stay the night?" She came at him with some serious ass, forward ass comments. And what could he say? Shit. He's the one who put it out there saying, "No eggshells, right? No eggshells. Let's just be out. Let's be forward. Let's be transparent." And she was like, basically, yeah, I want to stay the night. And you already know what's going to happen when she stays the night. So Lawrence was shocked. His face was like, okay, yeah, um, that would be nice. The face he was making, he was stuck on stupid for real. He was so stuck on stupid, like, damn, what's about to happen? What is about to go on here? And so Issa's like, I have a good time. I have a great time with you. And he's like, "Yeah, I have a great time with you too." And that was all they needed to tell each other. Shit, that's all they needed to know. Shoot, that validated everything in that moment. And so he was like, "Okay, why don't you stay?" And shit, when he said that, Issa didn't take no time to step in, get close to him, be face to face with him, eye to eyes with him, and it was sparks at that moment. Shit, she locked them lips around him, and it was all she wrote. She got to tearing off his clothes. He was tearing off her clothes. All you saw was fucking 200 plus pounds of chocolate slinging all over the place. They was tearing each other up like two vultures. Couldn't resist each other. It's like all that pent up animosity, all that pent up flirtation, flirting and all that shit that had been going on all this time. Ooh, wee. They slam each other in that bed, baby, and it was on and popping. That sex scene, that sex scene was all that. All you seen was angles of chocolate, nice angles of chocolate. They was having a good time. My heart, look, my heart can't take it. I was so fucking like into this episode at this moment. I was sitting on the edge of my damn seat. I could not believe that these two were in the bed together. I knew it. I fucking told you guys. I told you in my last review that these two were going to get back together. There was going to be some sparks flying. I told y'all, and whew, they ended up in the bed together and my mouth was dropping. I almost had to have a drink for this episode, but the next morning comes around. These two are laying in the bed with each other. They're just lovey-dovey, looking in each other's eyes and having a chat. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, you know how it is the morning after, that awkward, like, yeah, we just fucked all night. It was good. And yeah, let's not have that talk. Let's not talk about it. Let's just act like shit didn't happen. And that's kind of what they did here. They just kind of like had that awkward moment, like, "I'm good. You good? Yeah, I'm good too. Okay, well, I'll see you later." And you see Issa leave the house and she got a fucking pep in her step. She got that fucking next morning kind of like hop, skip, walking and shit. She decided she was gonna walk home since she lives like just up the street. But in honesty, guys, you know how this shit revealed. It didn't seem like it was right up the street. She was passing all kind of tax places and fucking hair salons, and then you seen her passing by the dry cleaners or some shit like that, and up the hill and down, and damn, it took forever for her to get home. She almost had me wondering, does she really live up the hill, or was she just talking shit so she can ease her way up in Lawrence's house? Because she had a fucking plan. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she came out a winner because she got him away from Condola, and that's all she wanted to do. But I had a good time during this review, guys. You let me know. Are you guys low-key happy that her and Lawrence got back together, or they're kind of fucking around? Or are you low-key pissed? Are you mad that her and Lawrence are messing around again and they've connected again? You guys let me know down in the comment section. And don't forget to be a part of the Unapologetic Post Notification Squad, and put that notification button on so you'll know whenever I upload. Bye, guys. Have a good day.